My name is Ian Weber, and I am a junior marketing major at Temple University's Fox School of Business. I was not always at Temple University. In fact, this is my first semester there. Originally, I went to a school called McDaniel College down outside of Baltimore, Maryland. It's a small school, and I was there for 2 years before leaving school. I left school because I was not sure that what I was doing there at McDaniel College was really what I wanted to do with my life. And I was unsure what it was that I wanted to do with my life. And I decided I needed to take a leave of absence, take some time off, and really decide what it was I wanted to pursue as a career and life goals. I took 2 years off, during which I went to professional umpire school down in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I also took classes at Montgomery County Community College in Blue Bell, Pennsylvania. During that time off, I learned a couple things about myself. I really learned that I can be very adaptable. I succeeded at everything academically in high school without much of a challenge. And while it was nice to not have that challenge, it was also an issue because I never learned how to meet that challenge when that challenge came. Now, that challenge came when I got to college and I really started to struggle some academically, and I needed to adapt and learn how to change my studying style and to really become a better academic learner. I also learned that I had the ability to make some hard decisions. I was not a miserable person at McDaniel College by any means. I had a fantastic social life. I had tons of friends that I love to this day. I was a member of a fraternity. In fact, I was even a treasurer in that fraternity. But it was not fair to myself or fair to my friends that I continue at a place where I knew I wasn't going to achieve my career goals or my personal goals in a way that I wanted to. I've accomplished several things in my life. The one that really sticks out to me is my ability to become more extroverted because when I test, and originally I am more naturally introverted, meaning that I can really be happy in my own head. I don't need the social interaction that some people need, and I maybe wasn't even as good at the social interaction. But I knew that that social interaction and that extroversion was really something I needed to be successful in a career, especially in the business world, and I wanted to really work on that. I did that in many ways. The main one is taking jobs that specifically demanded that I was more extroverted and that I would be unsuccessful without that. These things included serving, waiting tables, where I'm forced to talk to customers regardless of what type of mood maybe I'm in or they're in, or whether I particularly like them or not. I still need to make sure that they have a pleasant dining experience, and it really forced me to work on those social skills and the ability to make the small talk. I also taught young people for a while, and when you're teaching, there's no hiding in the corner of the classroom. As when you're a student, you are up front and center, and everyone is looking at what you're saying and listening to you. And it forced me to be more confident in what I was saying, as well as umpiring younger people. I am the one that everyone's looking at when that tough call needs to be made, especially as a crew chief on many of my umpire crews. If anyone is unsure about a rule, that I'm the one they come to. I'm the walking rule book of the leagues I umpire in, and I needed to become comfortable with making a decision and knowing that I do know this and this is what it is, and I'm fine with the fact that you're all coming to me to figure it out. I also took public speaking classes at Montgomery County Community College and really worked on my ability to get up in front of a crowd and speak about a subject that I'm knowledgeable on, or sometimes during exercises, subjects I'm not as knowledgeable on. I also worked in sales at a farmer's market for a while, and I would have to help customers find exactly what it is they want, and that took a lot of translating on my part because usually it wasn't they didn't know exactly what they wanted, or they knew a slight description, and I had to know from what we have, if we had that, what they might be looking for. And it really forced me to become more socially aware, as well as I am a collector of knowledge. I think I have a very eclectic collection of knowledge, and that allows me to make small talk with roughly any type of individual I meet. I know a little bit about everything. Those aren't my words, those are words of friends and family. They don't let me play against them in trivia, but it's really allowed me to enable business relationships between people and socially acceptable behaviors and compatible behaviors, and really just connect with people on a level I was never able to before. In terms of what I've learned in this class, it comes a lot on the side of teams and teamwork. I, in the past, was not the best member of a team. Most teams I had were pretty successful, but I always felt that if I was frustrated with what we were doing or how we were doing it, and people were disagreeing with me, uh, I tended to work as maybe more of a dysfunction to the team by pulling out, having a lack of commitment, um, um, or maybe just not caring as much about the team and how successful they were. And I knew that while this wasn't good, I wasn't quite sure how to go around fixing this. And in the class, learning about the behaviors and the characteristics of different people and learning how to recognize these and play with them and work with them has really allowed me to connect to more people on my team and have really less frustration about that. I've also, from Tuckman's model of group development, I've learned all about the forming, the storming, the norming, the performing, and the adjourning of a team, and how I can analyze where my group is in that process and use that to figure out, okay, we're just here, we'll get there, we need to work on this next, and to really be a member of that team. And being a part of the group project has allowed me to realize that I don't particularly enjoy just being a member of the team that I had anticipated. I really wanted to be a leader of that team. And while if there had been other leaders and they really felt the need and I needed to step back, I was able to take that step back and really let someone else take charge on something they really wanted to take charge at, because I was able to recognize it. At the same time, I knew I was one of those people who I wanted to step forward. I wanted to take charge. I wanted to be able to teach people and help them learn and help them understand, because it's one of the things I've come to know about myself, that I'm not happy unless I love helping other people understand. Myself understanding something, well, as great as that is, the best feeling is when you're helping someone else to understand that thing maybe you already know or you just came to understand. Really making the best out of other people and helping them to be the best people they can be is something that really drives me, and something I was able to really develop and work on during our group project and learning about teams and team building through this class. Thank you.